Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. Today I am talking all about my bad buys and dumb mistakes, and some of them aren't just dumb and some are just things that happen, and I thought I would just break it all down because it's not always roses and profit rainbows. If you don't know me, my name is Nikki Kirk and I am in my fifth wheel RV in the slide, which is my office now. It used to be the dining room, and I have these desks where I can move around to make it more interesting for you to watch. I also recently got a ring light, so the lighting is now probably better, but it feels a little bit obnoxious and like I'm in a studio, which is a little weird. Here's a shot of it. And yeah, it's definitely needed because I don't know if you've seen some of my videos where I'll have to like pull the shades because all the natural light that's coming and it just looks crazy and I look super white, and I like to look tan even when I'm not. Anyways, I'm rambling now, so let's get into the bad buys. So I'm going to share 10 with you today and just walk you through what happened on every one. First one is this Australian Gold Sports Spray Gel Sunscreen, which when I bought it was not a bad buy. It was making money. It cost, oh, this is my IP alert extension. P.S. If you want to save $30 off, it is linked below. When I bought it, it was $7.60, so it was $6.99 at Marshall's, and it was selling for like $15 or $16, possibly even $18. So it was not a bad buy. It was a great buy because I bought it in the summer when people need sunscreen. However, for whatever reason, the price started to drop as the item did not sell. I sold some of them at $15, most of them, but this last one was just sitting, and I kept lowering it and lowering it and lowering it, just trying to get rid of it. So you see here, I purchased 9, I sold 9, they were $7.60 like I said. The Amazon fees on every sale was $5.62. Total cost for the whole thing, including fees, $13. I sold it for $15 on average, so that's for all 9 averaged out, selling for $15. So my profit on this one per item was $2.54. And then this is a report I pulled from Amazon, so you can see the buy box percent. That's the amount of times I won the buy box, was 15%. And then really quickly right here, so my total purchase price for them was $68. Sales $141. I only profited on this item $22, which is not horrible, but when you're hitting lower the price for what feels like months on end, it's not fun. So that last one I finally sold it for $7, so I did take a loss on that one just straight up from the buy. So if I said I sold it for $7 and everyone was costing $13, I ended up losing like $7 on that one. So this next one might help you if you are out scanning at Marshall's and you see it and you think, wow, this is a great buy. It only costs $3.99 and it's selling for $19. But the problem is that as soon as I got it home, took the price tags off, and then listed it, it said, oh, you can't list this, it's restricted on Amazon. Even though right now I could try and list it again. So that was really frustrating. I have no idea what happened because I have sold Body Shop stuff in the past. So that one went back to Marshall's, unfortunately. There is not much of a lesson to learn on that one except for that stuff happens and you will have to take stuff back to the store. So if you don't like returns, I don't know if RA is for you because you definitely will be taking stuff back to the store. And it's a little awkward. I literally just took back 3 costumes, like 7 things of cupcake, like making kits, and a bunch of York peppermint patties. This next one you could possibly consider a bolo if you want to sell it because it is still out there. I actually passed up 8 of them just yesterday when I was out sourcing. Here's what happened on this one. So I scanned it, and I was like, yay, that's awesome. It was $3.99 at Marshall's, so it cost about $4.40 after tax. At the time, it was selling for $15.99 when I sold it. So I got it, I took the tags off, and I went about packing my shipment. At the end of the shipment, it said some of the items are pesticide or hazmat, so they have to go a different route, which is fine. You just ship them post office instead of through UPS with Amazon. But it was 4 little dinky, they're like tiny, and I really did not want to do that, and so I was like, whatever, I'll just take them off the thing and take them back. Again, I had already taken off the labels, so that was going to be annoying, and then I thought, you know what, let me just FBM them because that's what everyone else was doing. So I went ahead and sold them. You can see here they all sold for about $13 each. I ended up making $3.89, so again, it wasn't the worst in the world. The shipping was $2.93, the Amazon fees were $2, and so the total cost was $9, and again I made $3.89. They did all sell in like 3 hours, all 4 of them, so I mean they are out there. It was just like, really, I can't send them, and then should I take them back? It was just a whole cluster, and I thought I would just share it because that was a weird thing that happened recently. This next one is another weird thing that happened. When I bought it, I think the rank was 90,000. You can see right now it's 113, which is still a perfectly fine rank. But I bought 12 of them and then they sat and sat and sat. I bought them in June and I finally just sold out of them in September. I mean, they were $1.99, so it wasn't a huge investment, and that's why I bought 12 of them, because they're also small. And they were selling for like $15 each, and I thought, why not? I mean, the rank is there, they'll sell. I honestly have no idea what happened. It's super frustrating because I thought it was going to be a really great fast flip, and it sat from June to September. And I really don't like my stuff sitting that long. Typically my stuff will sell right now, like right when it hits the warehouse, and usually within the next month. So waiting a couple months was a long time. I bought 12 of them, but only sold 9, so something's weird. They must have lost some. I better check that out. The whole fees, I don't know why the Amazon fees are almost $8 for a little box of tea. That seems abnormally high. They cost $9 altogether. Lower selling price was $11 that I was pricing them and moved, so I only made $1.36 on every one. Total cost $17. Again, it wasn't a huge investment. My total profit on this whole fiasco was $12. Alright, this next one is a puzzle. I found it at Ollie's, and you know, puzzles are a big deal back in summer when everyone was staying at home. It was $4.99, the Amazon fees were $6.66. All in $11.65, and guess what I sold it at for? $11. So I was losing 50 cents almost on every single one of these, and I wasn't getting the buy box. I'm pretty sure the rank was a little better. I don't know, even if it's 100, that's a pretty good rank in toys, and it just would not sell. So altogether on this one, I lost $1.40. This next one was kind of a weird thing that happened. So when I bought it, they were $4.99 from Marshall's, and they were selling for like $30, I feel like. It was selling for something ridiculous. It was great. It was great profit. And then this was not shared in the Bolo group until, like, I had already found it on my own, and then someone shared in the Bolo group this, like, hey, I just got a customer saying that they were gonna get 6. So when I looked it up on the phone, especially when things are this like crazy profit, I always want to make sure that it's not a multi-pack. And everything on the phone in the Amazon seller app said it was not a multi-pack. You know, people pay crazy money for some stuff. So what happened was someone in the Bolo group noticed that customers were complaining that they thought they were getting 6. And you can see here where it says, right, size 1 count pack of 6, but then right here, which is what I see in the selling app, it says contains 1 14-ounce can of the wafers, which is what I was buying, 1 can. This is where you're seeing the questions from the customers, and then there's probably some reviews. Yeah, see, I should have been getting, don't buy, it says it's a count of 6. So when I saw this was happening, when someone mentioned it in the Bolo group, I just quickly priced my items to sell to get rid of them because I did not want any bad feedback due to this thing, which honestly, I did all the checks that I normally do. So I don't know if at one point it used to be a 6-pack and someone changed it to a 1-pack. I'm not really sure, but even the title says 14 ounces. Luckily, nothing bad happened to the people who bought mine. I guess the moral of the story is that things happen, and you should always, always, always double check to make sure it's not a multi-pack listing, because sometimes it is, and you want to make sure that you're listing correctly. This next one is just boys swim shorts that I bought in July, so there was still plenty of time to be listing them. I had sold some swim shorts earlier in the summer as well, but for whatever reason, these ones just sat, and they kept lowering the price to match the buy box because they were just sitting. They finally sold, so I bought them in July, and they finally sold in September, which is far too long, especially when fall is rolling around and no one's swimming anymore. So that was a little scary, but I did finally get rid of them. I just made $1 on every single one of them. Total profit on that one, $2. So I guess the moral of that one is be aware of what season it is and where you're at in the season. I can't say that I wouldn't have bought them again. Maybe I wouldn't have bought so many of them because I did buy them in multiple sizes, 2 in this specific size. So I feel like this one, I really should have known based on the picture. But it had a good rank when I bought it. It was inexpensive, and I just thought, well, it's obviously selling if the rank is there. So you should always check Keepa to make sure that it was not a fluke rank. I can't tell you if I checked Keepa or not. I want to say I did, but who knows, I might not have. Pretty much when I sent it into Amazon, the rank went up to 500,000 in toys, and I don't know if you know anything, but 500,000 is a bad rank in any category. As you can see now, it's at 700,000. So that guy, I only bought 3 of them. They cost $4.99, so $5.40 after tax, and altogether I made $1.25 on them. You guys, I bought that one in May, so I have had it in my inventory all from May to September, and it was super depressing, but I can tell you what, every time one would sell, you know, every once in a while, I would get so excited to offload another one because they were making a slight profit. I wasn't totally losing money. At this point, I was just happy to be breaking even. But oh my gosh, I probably did pay in fees on that one for storage, but I'm not sure. I even had the buy box, you know, half the time. It just was a dud. It was not selling. I do buy stuff sometimes if the photo is a little weird, which clearly someone just took this in their house. But you should definitely beware. That should have been my first clue, honestly. So that was on me. Alright, this one is one that I actually remember talking about in a video, and if I can remember which video, I'll link it here. I was super excited because this one was at Walmart. It's one of the Walmart branded backpacks. It came up, it had a good ranking, and the price was high. But I'm thinking that the price was high because it was just newly listed and newly ranking. I got 4 of them. They cost $9.99, so $10.57 after tax. The total cost each one was $18. The average selling price was $17, so I lost 50 cents on that one. So that was a gamble, and that was a back to school gamble that I probably shouldn't have taken. Anytime something's at Walmart and it's fairly easy to find because it's at Walmart, you really shouldn't trust that the price is going to remain high like that, especially if it was easy for you to find. That's what I mean about like how you consider how many sellers and everything. If I found, like just yesterday, I found something that there was a lot of in the store, so that means there's probably a lot of it in all the other stores, and so I didn't go super heavy on it. Because if I take the loss, like the tea, I don't want to take a huge loss, and so that's just something to keep in mind when you're deciding how many to buy. You want to know how easy is it for anyone else who's selling to find. If it's super easy, don't buy a whole lot. And honestly, for all of this, my total profit, the total cost I spent to buy it all at retail was $378, and the total profit was $52. So overall, even all these bad buys, they weren't a huge hit to me because I didn't buy a whole lot of them. And so when you go wide instead of deep, so deep would be I buy 100 of one item, which never ends well for me, or wide where I buy 5 of this, 2 of this, 3 of this, 6 of this. That way, if you do take a hit, it's not a huge hit to your overall number because it's just one item and one loss. So I'm going to tell you what happened on this last one here, because this was a weird thing that I've not had happen before, and I ended up just disposing of all the rest of them. So you can see I bought 24 of them, I sold 13. So it's this Faberware knife. Honestly, I thought I hit the mother load with this one. It cost $5.99 and it was selling for like $21 or $22. It was gonna make a great profit. It was blister packed, so I couldn't even touch the thing. It was thin, light, easy to ship. I bought 24 of them. Now you're already noticing here where I just said I don't go deep on something. Guess what? I went deep on this one. 24 is kind of a lot, and I paid for it. My total cost all in after Amazon fees of $6.51 was $12.50. I did sell them for fairly high, and I made $9 on them. The problem is that I had to scrap 11 of them. I literally told Amazon to dispose of them because if I was in a house, it would be easier to have them all sent back to me, and I could probably take them back to Ollie's if I wanted to. But since I'm on the move, Amazon would be sending them to my mailbox haphazardly, however, 5 from this warehouse, 2 from the warehouse, and then I'd have to pay for them to be sent back to me. So at the end of the day, it was just easier for me to tell Amazon to dispose of them. And the reason I did that is because I was getting negative customer returns. So honestly, it probably cost me more than this because I didn't even factor the returns. The knife handle was all greasy. Again, I can't touch it because it's in the blister pack, so I don't know what that is. Maybe that's why it was at Ollie's, because they knew it was kind of like a bleh item. I'm not really sure, but it just goes to show you that it is a real risk when you go deep on something, because if it does fail, it fails on a bigger scale. So altogether, the cost to buy all 24 of them was $143. My total profit was $122. Probably there's some refund money missing there, but then my overall profit on the item was negative $21.65. So those are just some of my more recent bad buys, and I hope this lets you know that you are not alone if you make a bad buy. I still do it all the time. It's just not as huge because I try not to buy so many of them. If you had a bad buy you want to share, go ahead and send me an email or leave a comment in the comments below. If you like this video and want to see more of the negative side of it, I guess, the not so fun, let me know what you would want to see, and I'm happy to make a video on my experience on the subject. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and happy sourcing.